Hello, everybody, and welcome to the GWOT FOB podcast. I'm your host, Jim Robinson, and this episode will be episode 1, brought to you by Combat Outpost Robinson and Digital Visuals in downtown Middletown for all your signage needs. And today we got Mandy Webb with us here for Toys for Tots, and she's going to kind of give us a background on Toys for Tots and what their needs are for this season, and give us all the information that we need. So Mandy, you want to give us a little background on your military family history, and then take us right into Toys for Tots.
Sure. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
I'm actually a proud Air Force wife. My husband is a combat veteran for the Air Force, and I am blessed by that. So another how I got started into Toys for Tots was, of course, with being military and always wanting to give back. Karen and I used to run. Our daughters were in. They're about 2 or 3 years old, and then we participated in a scholarship program that encouraged them to get involved in their community. And we chose Toys for Tots just because of the charitable organization in hopes in teaching them how to help others in need.
Absolutely fantastic. That's absolutely wonderful, because kids these days, if they're not taught by their parents, they got no clue of how to interact with organizations that's out there trying to do good for our veterans and stuff. So kudos to you for teaching your kids
Thank you.
A good upbringing. So all right, why don't you give us a little update and tell us a little bit about Toys for Tots, and when it originated, how it got started, and what you guys got going on here in Butler County.
Okay, so we actually are Butler and Warren County here.
Okay.
We do both counties.
Right.
Toys for Tots actually began in 1947, with a single handmade doll.
Nice.
Major Bill Hendricks' wife, Diane, made the doll, and she asked him to find a charitable organization that would give to a child in need. When he learned that no such charity existed, the Marines created one. Hoorah for them.
Yeah,
Hoorah.
absolutely.
The simple act grew into Toys for Tots, officially adopted by the Marine Corps in 1948, and now helping millions of children each year around the world. In Butler and Warren County alone, our campaign makes up a portion of those numbers by providing over 17,000 children during the 2024 holiday season.
Wow.
So we're hoping to continue that tradition this year. We just grow every year, and the need grows as well.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So every campaign coordinator is responsible for fundraising and the toy collections of their campaign. A couple things that people probably don't realize, that toys, new unwrapped toys, are not the only way to help our program.
Okay.
Our program is singly funded by donations.
Right.
So there's several ways to help them make a difference. One, you can donate a new unwrapped toy, drop off at any of our collection sites during the campaign season, which has officially started. So that's exciting.
Right.
You can also make a monetary donation. Financial contributions allow us to purchase toys for certain age groups when we're short, and ensure that every child is covered. While donating toys is essential, monetary donations are just as essential,
right?
Because we are completely funded by the people.
Right.
So donations are crucial to be successful during the Butler and Warren County Toys for Tots campaign. They also allow us to fill the gaps when toy drives. A lot of things people probably don't realize is that not every age group is contributed to evenly.
Right.
So as fun as it is to buy toys for 3 and 5 year olds, or maybe the 6 to 8 year olds, Barbies and Hot Wheels, they're all exciting, right? The need for our newborns to 1-year-olds and our teenagers is just as even as great.
Oh, yeah.
So the funds actually contribute to that variation of things that we want to make sure everybody is equally distributed
Yes.
to.
Yes.
So that kind of fills the gaps for us. We do serve newborns to 17-year-olds.
Okay.
So it's a huge number of children.
Yes.
It also assists us in maintaining our office space in which we operate under, which is a huge cost for us,
Right.
which is completely out of pocket.
Yeah.
We're not funded by the Toys for Tot Marine Corps. Those funds are not provided by that. It's simply donations.
Right.
Which is huge. We receive so many wonderful gifts and toys for so many people. But in maintaining our office space, and those donations are just crucial to us. And without that said space, we're at risk at shutting our doors, leaving thousands of children without Christmas.
I understand, and that's a tough situation to be in.
It is, and unfortunately, the cost is great for everyone.
Yes,
we understand that, and if it's $1, if it's $500,
oh, yeah.
I mean, we're generally grateful for everything we get.
Absolutely.
Another way to give back is to volunteer.
Right.
Me personally, my family does this. Is we're blessed all year long, and I'm so thankful for that. So excuse me. We use this time to give back.
Right.
Even my younger kids from the age of 10 to 26, our family, this is what we choose to do for Christmas.
That's awesome.
So we need people to sort toys. We need registration days. We have distribution events that we need coverage for. We have other behind the scenes tasks that volunteers definitely make our program.
Okay.
So we also have people can have the opportunity to host a collection box.
Right.
If you own a business or have a place that you want to host an event, we'd be more than happy to give you a collection box and our posters. You please organize a toy drive.
Right.
We have Jeeps, our Jeep friends.
Right.
They host toy drives. We have so many people that contribute to us. We're just truly grateful for the outreach, but this season we just need a little more.
I understand. It's, everybody's hurting right now with the economy the way it is. And it's getting harder and harder and harder to get donations. I know Combat Outpost Robinson is really seen it more this year than previous years as well. So, and that organization is pretty much the same as you. It's all volunteer driven, and the funding comes from donations. That's
absolutely.
It. So, I get it.
And even if people can't contribute financially,
right,
spread the word.
Oh,
if you
that
see
helps.
Our post on Facebook, you see our post on Instagram or Twitter or wherever you see us, you might not be able to donate, but you're sharing our events and
somebody will.
Right. And that is 100% part of who we are and what the need is.
In fact, before I left the house to come down to the studio a while ago, I saw Karen put a post up.
She did.
And I immediately shared it. So
I love that. Thank you.
Every little bit helps.
It does.
And that's one of the reasons that I wanted to, get you guys in here. This podcast is all about the GWOT veterans and their community. And we've got a lot of good guests lined up to come on the show, but they're telling their own stories and stuff. But I want to be able to include resources like you guys as well. So I'm reaching out to all you guys and the different organizations, get them in here, let them get their story out there and try and get you guys some help too. So,
well, we really appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Another thing that people probably don't realize that I would love to mention is that Toys for Tots, people just think of Christmas.
Right.
But we don't just help children during Christmas. A lot of the times with our outpour we have leftover toys. So we do a Christmas in July.
Oh, I did not know that.
If there is a family fire or a family that is put out for some sort of reason, whether it's a natural disaster or other things, they can reach out to our organization. We provide things for those families.
That's good information to have.
These are just some of the small things that we're able to do within these two counties that people probably don't think of. That's why we do out of season things. Like in June, you'll see us out at car shows, or in July, you'll see us, at a bake sale or at a carnival or somewhere. We just try to work hand in hand with all our local communities, events, and, make awareness for everyone.
That's great. I'm glad you brought all that up because I had no idea myself.
Yeah, I love that. honestly, I am proud to say that I have been part of this organization for over 20 years.
That's awesome.
My family as well, and we really enjoy it. The coordinator, Karen Tanruther, truly puts her heart and soul.
She does.
Into this, and has for over a good 25 years.
Yeah.
And I am thankful for people like Karen that step up and make this full-time, non-paying job their job.
I've known Karen for about 10 years myself, and she's just an amazing lady. So
she is truly.
I mean, she takes those kids to heart, and I mean, she puts her all into it.
Absolutely, 100%. And I am glad to be a part of a team that makes a difference.
Absolutely, it makes a big difference. If somebody wanted to volunteer with you guys and help out in any way, what would be a good way for them to reach out and get a hold of you guys?
So a great way is we also have our website. So
Okay.
Of course, reach out on our website. Karen's availability, you can always email at our Toys for Tot. That'll all be posted. If they go to any webpage, she easily found, and her phone number.
Okay.
Our volunteer season starts in January. Maybe after the season, we take a few weeks off, and then usually January, February, that's when we have an annual meeting. So people that want to volunteer, that's when they'll come in, they'll sign up, they'll find out all the information, what really goes into it, expectations. You know, the Marine Corps makes expectations that have to be met as well.
Absolutely.
So, because it's all nonprofit. So
Yes.
every nonprofit has their own expectations.
Yes.
So you have a little bit of that in there as well. And, you know, we try to just maintain a wonderful campaign that helps truly just anybody that needs it.
Right. And we'll put contact information for them in the show notes, in the comments or down below there. So we'll get that in there before we get this posted up on the page as well. So you're absolutely right. Volunteers is what makes a nonprofit.
100%.
A nonprofit organization cannot exist without good volunteers. So,
I agree.
Sometimes I look forward to getting a volunteer at Combat Outpost Robinson over top of a monetary donation, because the help is always needed.
Yes, I agree. I mean, everyone is spread thin.
Yes.
Times are tough.
Yes.
And I think you just get in where you fit in.
Yes.
You know, that's kind of where I'm at with it. I'm, again, just thankful and blessed that we are able to do that. I know Combat Robinson is an amazing organization as well. So I've heard wonderful things about you. So I'm thankful that you had me on your show today. And
absolutely,
I'm here to spread the word.
Absolutely. What this year? What is Toys for Tots need as far as age groups and gender, and where you guys need the most help with, or
usually our biggest age group to fund is our teens.
Oh yeah, they're expensive.
Teenagers want anything that is electronic or lights up or is fancy, and we don't have money to go buy you an iPhone. We don't have money to go buy you Xbox games.
Exactly.
We may have. We were able to get mini radios, which are huge with the teenagers right now. Small, the star arts that are, that you make out of they're kind of like beads.
Hey, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, they're like pictures, fabrics, things like that. So our biggest need is always teenagers.
Right.
Anything you think a teen would want, I assure you, it'll go somewhere, find a wonderful home.
Right.
A lot of the times too, our newborns are kind of overlooked because people don't think of all toys are labeled with an age group.
Right.
I did not learn that until I actually started doing this. So if you're in the toy aisle and you look at the toy, it actually says on the front package from 0 to 6 months or 6 months to 12 months. Those are good age groups as well. I honestly, any donation in any age group is obviously appreciated.
Right.
But our teenagers are usually our hardest to get. People just don't think about it. I think it's just the age, like day and age. People just think of teenagers as miniature adults.
Right.
But they're still kids.
Oh yeah.
I think that people just kind of forget that sometimes. And it's so easy to buy a doll for a 3-year-old.
That's true.
Or a Barbie for a 5-year-old.
Right.
Or, the simple things, those are easy. And by all means, don't disregard those at all. But you still have a need for that 17-year-old
Exactly.
who may not believe, but
Right.
still gets to receive.
Right.
So,
right.
I feel like that's probably our
Yeah, I
hardest age
know.
group.
Years ago, back in the 90s, when I was working out the local steel mill, and I ran a campaign just out of our department every year where I would collect all year long. I'd hit them up for coffee money, whatever, and we put it on one big kitty. And then at the end of the year, we would get with Middletown Family Services, and they would give us however many families that we had money for. And I would take some of the people that worked in the department, and we would go out and do the shopping.
I love that.
And they would bring their kids, and we'd all get together and have a big wrapping party. And I'll tell you what, that just warms your heart.
It does warm your heart.
So,
one of the biggest things for me is a lot of people think we just pick toys out or whatever. We actually go the extra mile and set it up in age groups.
right,
So when our families come into our warehouse, they actually get to shop for their child.
right,
Your child may love crowns and coloring books and is artistic. And this child may love blocks and bows or bow making, or maybe they love stuffed animals.
right.
It's not everybody should get the opportunity to feel as significant as someone else.
Yes.
And I feel like that's one of the things that I love about Toys for Tots is they give them the opportunity to specialize the gifts for their child.
Right.
Is everything perfect? Absolutely not. But do we try our best? Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think that is just another extra gesture or that extra mile that Karen sets up for them to be successful and that people come back for, or, and that was one of the greatest opportunities ever is, seeing our parents who have needed us in the past
Yes.
come in and say, I am so grateful for the opportunity you gave me that I want to give back and, volunteer with us.
Right.
And that's huge.
It is huge.
You feel like a sense of warmth and just successful for that person.
Yes.
I'm just proud of them that they've overcome whatever they had that going on that season.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody has seasons.
Everybody falls on hard times.
Absolutely. So I was glad that we were helpful for that person during that season, and I'm glad that they're here to be helpful to somebody else during their season.
Absolutely.
So I think that's definitely one of the major bonuses that we bring.
I also want to point out to anybody that's watching, if you've got, a family that you want to just get out and go and do a little something, shopping, and drop some toys off in a drop box someplace. I don't know. Do you guys have a list on your website of places that they can drop those? Or
we do.
Okay.
On the website, actually, every drop box we have.
Mm-hmm.
You're also we're located here directly in Middletown.
Right.
So you can bring it directly to us.
Right.
So if somebody wants to make a donation, our address is listed on our website there as well. They can bring it directly.
Are you still behind the McDonald's umbrella?
We are.
Okay.
We
great.
are in that little plaza. There's a hospice of Middletown behind the bank.
Right.
So
it's easy to find.
Absolutely. And our office hours kind of vary. Right now we're in season, so someone is always there.
Right.
After season, if they still wanted to, again, just contact us. Somebody can meet you at the office. We try to keep you around.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Let me think. One other thing that I was wanting to bring up. And I think you already covered it. You said you had like 24,000 kids in need between Butler and Warren County.
Well, last year we were able to service about 17,000.
Okay.
So the need is obviously greater this year.
Right.
I just think everything's expensive.
Yes.
You
got that right.
The cost of groceries by themselves. I mean, some people can't put food on the table, let alone give their kids Christmas presents. So I think that need is going to grow.
I think so too.
And
unfortunately,
I unfortunately too think it's just growing. And I hope that without contributions and toys and everything else we do, I hope we can meet the need.
Right. Well,
that's our prayer this year.
Right. I know
meeting the needs.
I know that Combat Outpost, we spoke with Karen, I don't know, month and a half, 2 months ago, something like that. And our organization donates to you guys every year.
Every year.
Every year.
Yeah.
And we've got a great lady on our board of directors. Her name's Jody Andrews, and she looks forward to going out and shopping for you guys.
I love that.
So, we say here, take $500 or whatever it is and just go buy some stuff.
I love that.
And then she takes it down to your guys' place.
Yeah,
and
she
drops
delivers
it
it directly. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you got an employer that you work for that talk to them, say, hey, this is a good organization. We'd like to be able to do something like this. Could you help us out? So,
Yes. And we'll take events year round. So we have hooked up with some wonderful, wonderful companies who don't just bless us during the Christmas season. They bless us year round. Events running. I'm sorry, I'm unfamiliar with the name of the actual company, but they run the races around here. They set up
all the 5Ks
yes,
and stuff. I know who you're talking about, but I don't know what their name is.
We hooked up with them, and they have been absolutely a blessing for us
right.
Year round this year.
Yeah.
So that was a huge contribution for us.
I think they do Rockies run up in Miamisburg.
Yeah, and they're getting ready to do the Polar Run and a bunch of other runs. They did a Halloween one. I just know those, and we go and work those events, and the benefit for us is just as great.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, any business that can give back, we would be loved to set a box and give you a poster and have you part of our events. And,
absolutely.
I know that she, list everybody on our website. So, I mean, it's free advertisement.
Right.
I mean, we try to scratch your back. We'll scratch yours.
I understand. And I know that for a fact that you guys have got a box up at VFW Post 3809 out here on Cincinnati Dayton Road.
Yes, sir, we do.
So, that's a great organization as well. And I support them wholeheartedly. And all I got to do is walk in there and say, hey, we need to put a box in there again this year. And they'll say, just bring it in.
Yeah, they will.
So, okay. Is there anything else that you want to bring up about the organization or your needs or how people can help? Or
I think we've covered everything. We just so you know, we appreciate every dime that's given to us.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
If anybody has any questions, please reach out. We'll be more than happy to explain it, or we'll problem solve together.
Absolutely. All right. Well, we'll go ahead and wrap this up then, but I want to thank you for coming in.
Thanks for having us. I really appreciate it.
Getting the word out there, and hopefully this will help you guys, get some volunteers, get some more toys, donations, whatever you need. So,
well, I appreciate you having us.
And if any of you's out there watching this podcast and you have a need, you're on hard times or whatever, and you need some little help for the Christmas for the kids.
This week is registration. So please.
There you go. Yeah.
We're there from 10 to 4 every, till Wednesday of this week. We started on Sunday. We'll be there till Wednesday, 10 to 4, at the location here in Middletown. You'll come to register. Everything you need is listed on our website.
Okay.
And documentation wise, because you do need documentation. Even you don't have to be incomeless to get toys.
Okay.
You can still have a job and still have a need.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So please don't get discouraged.
Right.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Don't let it get discouraged. If you have an income and think that it's income based, honestly, we help all those in need.
Right.
It's not just specific to, any shape or size.
Right.
So please come see us before Wednesday or by Wednesday.
Right.
At 4 p.m. and we'd love to have you.
Okay. Does the registration end this coming Wednesday?
Yes.
So they only got 2 days.
Yes.
Okay. We'll try and get this pushed out before then.
Yeah. It does end this Wednesday. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Registration started yesterday.
Okay.
We run for 4 days, 8 hours a day. And it honestly, it's honestly most we can do right now.
Right.
We try to reach everybody. That's why we hold it at least on one weekend day throughout the week.
Right.
And that gives opportunity for, Warren County, Butler County, every city within those counties to at least get a few days in.
Right.
Spread it out. But yes, it does end this Wednesday. But if there is a need, of course, you can always reach out. You can send an email. We don't do special.
Right.
Once our campaign ends, it
Yeah,
can't.
well, you can't.
We just can't.
Right.
But of course, if there's extenuating circumstances for an organization, please reach out. I'm sure Karen will be more than happy. If she can't help you this season, we can always put you on the list for next season.
Right.
So yeah, I think that's
okay. And if you guys out there watching this, if you need to get a hold of these guys and you're having a problem, reach out to us as well. Our email here for this podcast is gwotfob@gmail.com. And remember to like, subscribe, and share always. And if you have any ideas on what you want to hear out of this podcast going forward, please drop it in the comments and let us know. So other than that, we'll go ahead and end this here. And thank you for coming in.
Thanks for having us.
All right. Take care.
You too.
It's 15/2010. It's approximately 18:30 in the evening here at Forward Operating Base Forest. Please tell me your name and your rank, sir.
My name's Corporal Jimmy Robinson.
Congratulations, you just got promoted here. First time being promoted away from the States?
No, I got promoted to PFC during my first deployment.
So this is your second deployment, is that right?
It's actually my third.
Your third. One in Afghanistan?
Yeah, I've done 2 in Iraq, 1 in Afghanistan.
All right, tell me, what's your job?
My job, I'm a fire team leader, Alpha team leader under Sergeant Riley.
And how old are you, sir?
27.
How long have you been in the Army?
I've been in a little bit over 5 years.
Where do you hail from?
Originally from Cincinnati, Ohio.
Home of the Bengals, is that right?
That's right.
I was speaking with Sergeant Riley earlier, and he spoke quite highly of you. You guys look like you have a really tight group here.
Yeah, it's we're all really close. We're all pretty good friends across the board.
You have family back home?
Yeah, I've got a wife and 2 kids back at Fort Campbell.
Congratulations, and their names?
Thank you. My wife's name's Kate, and my oldest daughter is Emily, and the youngest is Tori.
Anything you want to say to them?
I love you guys. I miss you.
Very good. Corporal Robinson, congratulations on your promotion.
All right, thank you very much.
And be safe out here.
I'll try.
It's Jim Sperry, August 15, 2010, at the promotion of Corporal Robinson. Corporal, what's your first name again?
It's Jimmy.
Jimmy. That's an easy name to remember. My name's Jim.
It works, huh?
All right, roger that, buddy. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Congratulations.